For 1,000 years, one empire claimed to be the guardian of Christendom. Neither holy, nor Roman, nor truly an empire, yet it shaped the destiny of Europe. This is the story of the Holy Roman Empire, a realm of crowns and crosses, popes and emperors, faith and blood. From the ashes of Rome to the rise of Napoleon, we journey through 10 centuries of power and politics. The birth of a legacy. It all began in the year 800. On Christmas Day, inside the grand halls of St. Peter's Basilica, Pope Leo III placed a golden crown upon the head of Charlemagne, king of the Franks. In that moment, the Roman Empire was reborn, not in Italy, but in the heart of Europe. Charlemagne's coronation symbolized a divine partnership between church and state, between sword and scripture. But his empire would not last. After his death, his empire fractured, divided among heirs hungry for power. Yet the dream of a Christian empire, a united Europe under God, endured. The rise of the German kings. In the 10th century, new rulers emerged from the German lands of Saxony. Their leader, Otto the Great, crushed his enemies and revived the imperial crown. In 962, the Pope crowned Otto as emperor, the beginning of what history would call the Holy Roman Empire. But this was not a single nation. It was a mosaic, hundreds of duchies, bishoprics, and free cities. Each ruled its own way, each owing loyalty to the emperor, at least in name. The emperor commanded respect, but rarely obedience. The Holy Roman Empire was less a state and more a grand idea. Power and faith collide. By the 11th century, the emperor's greatest rival was not another kingdom, but the church itself. When Emperor Henry IV challenged the Pope's authority to appoint bishops, a dangerous conflict erupted, the investiture controversy. The Pope excommunicated the emperor, casting him out of the church. In the winter of 1077, Henry walked barefoot through the snow to the castle of Canosso, begging for forgiveness. The sight of an emperor kneeling before a pope marked a turning point. The struggle between spiritual power and imperial pride had begun. The age of glory and division. The 12th and 13th centuries brought emperors of immense ambition, Frederick Barbarossa and Frederick II. They dreamed of uniting Italy and Germany under one rule. But rebellion, papal resistance, and endless wars drained their power. The dream of a strong, centralized empire began to fade. What remained was a fragile confederation, 1,000 fragments bound by tradition, religion, and old glory. Still, the empire endured. Through crusades and plagues, through reform and renaissance, it remained the backbone of European identity. The Habsburg Century. By the 15th century, one family rose above all others, the Habsburgs. Their influence stretched across Europe, from Spain to Austria, Hungary to the New World. Their motto said it best: "Let others wage war. You, happy Austria, marry." Under Karl V, the Holy Roman Empire reached its greatest extent. But his rule was marked by division. The Protestant Reformation tore the empire apart from within. Princes turned against emperor. Faith turned against faith. The unity of Christendom was shattered forever. The 30 Years' War. The 17th century plunged the empire into its darkest hour, the 30 Years' War. A single spark of rebellion in Bohemia ignited decades of destruction. Armies burned towns, famine followed war, millions perished. When peace finally came, the Treaty of Westphalia, 1648, the empire remained, but only in name. Its princes ruled like kings. Its emperor held little more than a shadow of power. The final fall. For another century and a half, the empire lingered, ancient, proud, but fragile. Then came Napoleon Bonaparte, a man who would end 1,000 years of history. His victories shattered the old order of Europe. In 1806, Emperor Francis II laid down the crown, dissolving the Holy Roman Empire forever. A millennium of power, gone with a single act. Legacy of an empire. The Holy Roman Empire was a paradox, fragmented, yet enduring, flawed, yet brilliant. It shaped Europe's borders, politics, and faith. It gave birth to nations, ideas, and centuries of conflict and cooperation. Its emperors are gone, its crown lies silent, but its legacy lives on in every debate about power, sovereignty, and unity. This was the Holy Roman Empire, 1,000 years of power and politics. An empire that refused to die until history itself moved on.